Hello guys, so today I will discuss how to install XAMPP and PHP with MySQL database. So now we will discuss these 4 points. So the first point is what is PHP and XAMPP, and the second point is how to install XAMPP, and third point is start Apache server and PHP for MySQL database. And the last but not the least, the point is write your first PHP code to display hello world. Okay, so basically the first question is what is PHP and XAMPP. So the PHP is a server-side programming language that we can use to create a new website or a web application. Okay, so what is website and web application? So basically the web application is manage any application with some code. Okay, so basically it's like this, like if you think that suppose if you want to create a website, okay, for your personal user, for your clients, okay, or for your customers, so you can easily create any type of website and any type of web application with PHP and MySQL database. Okay, and what is XAMPP? So the XAMPP is a server that we can run our PHP web application or our PHP website into our local computer or our local laptop. Okay, so we can test our web application or website using the XAMPP server into our local computer. Okay, fine. So our second point is how to install XAMPP. So now I'm going to show you that how you can install XAMPP server into your computer. Okay, so you need to go to your browser. So I'm going to open my browser and just search here go to the google.com and then search XAMPP. Okay, fine. Then you can see the first link. The website name is www.apachefriends.org. So please click on this link, XAMPP installers and downloads for Apache Friends, and you can see the web page look like this. Okay, so if you are using now a Windows operating system, then you can download the XAMPP server from here, or if you are using Linux or the Mac OS, then you can you can download the XAMPP server for Linux from here and for Mac from here. Okay, so currently I'm using Windows OS, so that's why I'm downloading it from here. Just click on this Windows button and it will pop up your download. Okay, just click on the save as, and I'm going to download it into the downloads folder. Okay, so I already have the XAMPP server installed, downloaded and installed, so I'm not going to do this right now. Okay, so you can download it and just next and finish it. The installation process is very easy. You don't need any tutorial for that. Okay, just next and finish. That's it. Okay, so here you can install the XAMPP server into your local computer or your laptop. Okay, fine. Okay, so now our third point is start Apache server and PHP for MySQL database. So basically here you can do it like this way. Suppose we need to when we finished our installation, the XAMPP installation, then you can search here the XAMPP control panel. Just click on this and you can see this type of dialog box will open. Okay, so here you can see your Apache and MySQL, right? And you can see the two buttons here. One is start for Apache and another one is start for MySQL. So you need to start both of these, the Apache and the MySQL. Now you can see the ports. The Apache is using the 80 and 443 ports and MySQL is using 3306 ports. These are two are by default ports. Okay, now you can minimize this window or you can close this window. I am going to close it. Okay, so here you can start your Apache, the XAMPP server, And after you have started your XAMPP server, then you can go to your browser and write localhost /php myadmin and then enter. Okay, so now you can see our MySQL database. Okay, this is your PHP myadmin database. Okay, so if you want to create a database, then you need to create click on this database tab here and just give it a name, a database name, and then click on this create button. Okay, so today I am not going to show you how to create database or anything. Okay, I think in the next video I will show you about the MySQL database, that how you can create a database and how you can create a table and how you add some columns and their data types. And okay, so just close this window, and now the last point is write your first PHP code to display hello world. Okay, so it's very simple. First of all, to write a PHP code you need a IDE. Okay, you need an IDE. So the best IDE right now is VS Code. So you can go to google.com and then search VS Code, and the first URL is code.visualstudio.com. You can click on it and then you can download it from here for the Windows, and if you are using Linux, then download it from here, or for Mac, download it from here. So please install the stable version, not the insiders. Okay, good. So after download and install your VS Code, it's very simple to installation of VS Code. Okay, so the next make and finish, that's it. So you can see icon into your desktop, or you can search the VS Code from here. Okay, and just open the VS Code. Okay, let me close this folder first. Okay, fine. So this is the VS Code first look. Okay, and now you have to go your C drive. Okay, so this then the C drive, then you can see your XAMPP folder here. Go to that folder and you can see a htdocs folder. Okay, so this is the folder where you can save your all PHP web application and your website. Okay, so here I am going to create a new folder, our new project folder, like YouTube tutorial 1. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so our new folder name is YouTube tutorial 1. Okay, minimize the folder, then open the VS Code and click on the file, then open folder or Ctrl K or Ctrl O, then click on your project folder YouTube tutorial 1, then select folder. Okay, that's it, and close the welcome tab from here. And now you can create a new file from here. Okay, this is the new you can create a new file from here. You can create a new folder from here, and you can refresh the folder from here. Okay, so now I'm going to create a new file, or you can create a new file like this way. Right click on your project folder name. You can create a file and then new file. Okay, so right now I'm going to create a new file from here, and the file name is index.php. okay, good. So you need to remember that when you are going to start a PHP coding, then you have to write a PHP syntax like this, PHP, and close the PHP tag like this. Okay, so in this between you can write your any PHP code. So today I am going to show you how you can display any string or anything into your PHP. Okay, so like this way, for display anything, we have to write a keyword like echo, echo, and then double inverted comma, and then you can write any string like hello world, then semicolon. Okay, and then go to file and then save. Okay, so now if you want to see the output, then you need to go to your browser. Okay, then write localhost / your project folder name. Our project folder name is YouTube tutorial 1. Okay, so I'm going to copy our folder name from here and paste it here, and then / your file name, that is index.php, and then click on enter. And now you can see the output is hello world, right? Now our output is hello world. So here, like this way, we can display anything into our PHP application. So if we want to display a string like 30, then it's very simple, just echo and then 30. It is a string, that's why we don't use any double quotation or single quotation. And now you're going to your browser and just refresh it, then you can see a 30. Okay, it's very simple. Now if you want to display a float number, then just this way and click on save button, that echo 30.20, and if you go to your browser, then click refresh, you can see the 30.2. okay, like this you can display anything. Okay, so now if you want to know how you can create your PHP variable, so the first question is, what is variable? So the variable is a keyword into a PHP where you can store any type of value, and after that you can display that variable. I mean, you can display the value anywhere into the PHP code. Okay, so suppose we are going to define a variable first. Just suppose we are naming the variable is $var equals to, then we are writing that my name is Sumanto, then semicolon, and you just echo $var then semicolon. That means we are echoing, that means echo means display. So the $var means my name is Sumanto. This is the string, we are storing it into this variable $var, right? So now we are going to display that echo $var, that means echo my name is Sumanto. So now if you are going to your browser and then click refresh, you can see that output is my name is Sumanto. Okay, so now if you define another variable called $age equals to suppose 30 and then semicolon. Now if you refresh your browser, you can't see your age, you just only see that my name is Sumanto, because we only display echo $var, we don't display $age, right? So now if you want to display $age, then just echo $age. Like this way you can see that your age is 30, right? So now if you want to display these both variable like $var and $age, that means you have to write the code like this: $var, then $var space dot space $age, then semicolon. So what is the dot here? The dot means a concatenate. That means we are concat $var to the $age, I mean $var and $age. Okay, so like this way we can display the both of the variables. That means it will display like this: my name is Sumanto and 30. Okay, if you refresh it, then you can see my name is Sumanto and the $age is 30. Okay, good. And another, if you define another variable called $price equals to 20.10 semicolon. Okay, so this is a string $var, this is integer $age, and this is a float $price. Okay, so if you want to display $price, please comment down below what will be the code. Okay, so please comment down below And if you like this video, please like the video and please share the video, and the next video will come within 2 to 3 days. Okay, and if you like the video, please subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.